Same starters for both teams to begin this third period. Gafford with a nice screen. Jones got all the way to the rim and couldn't cash out. DiVincenzo on the run with Edwards and Randall. Edwards baseline inside. Gobert with a catch in traffic, and he draws the hit. It's going to go against.
He's getting offensive rebounds via like a post up. He's getting touches via ball movement. But that's when the Minnesota's offense is at its best.
Najee Marshall on the drive. Couldn't finish, but he draws the foul. 18-point lead against New Orleans.
Because when you have losses to the Utah Jazz, the Pelicans, you can't be highs and lows. If you're trying to be a championship contender, there's a level of consistency, not just in your offensive performance, but in your defensive approach. And that's where Chris Finch talks about they've got to be more consistent down the stretch.
Randall off the bounce, a little bit strong. Gobert with the putback inside. He has been dominant and dictatorial in the paint tonight. Gobert with 14 points and 12 rebounds. He had a double-double in the first half. Middleton turns the corner. Fades away over Edwards and knocks down another one. Having a good night offensively. And a block at the other end by Gafford on McDaniels. Here's Jones.
This is one of those moments. Again, you're up by 11. If you come out here lackadaisical here in this second half, that lead turns to 5-7. Your job, if you're Minnesota, is to put your foot on that gas pedal, not give up and ones, as you see Najee Marshall.
It's about how he has been found money this year for the Mavericks with his offensive contribution. Couldn't complete the three-point play, but they get the deficit below 10. Here's Edwards off the wide pin and lost the handle. Had it knocked away. Washington on the break with the left. Got it to go. Chris Finch eschewing the timeout. He's going to let them play.
Yeah, there's not many more possessions, though.
Randall with the slam.
And those are the moments. You said, don't call a timeout. That would have been a moment. You get a good offensive possession here. Now Chris Finch is definitely staring at his team's defense to see how they're going to answer.
Edwards in his stance caused that steal, and a little bit of room service for Randall. His third field goal tonight. Lead back to double digits at 11. Gafford swings it around second side to Washington. Tough pass inside. Good catch in traffic by Gafford. McDaniels in the corner. Pulls a quick three, a little bit strong. Washington inside, got it to go over Gobert. And this time, Chris Finch is great job, Katie, that Richards, this is a top 10 defense. They're the 7th defensive rated team in the NBA.
They're 7th, and if it wasn't for a few eggs, as you see Najee Marshall starting to get going, now this lead is cut down to 5. When you want to put your foot on a team and hold them down, it's how you start quarters. It's how you end quarters. But right now, the Minnesota Timberwolves have not come out with that aggressiveness, with that intensity that they need.
DiVincenzo out to McDaniels on the baseline, drives the closeout. Gobert couldn't get the alley-oop. Tyus Jones, Edwards attempted to block him, couldn't get it, and the lead is down to 3. The Dallas Mavericks, undermanned, understaffed, right now overperforming.
Well, this is what we were talking about, consistency. When you look at the bad losses for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's not their offense. They've got 77 points. It's their defense. So, yes, they are a top 10 defense. They are a 7th-ranked defensive efficiency. But tonight they're playing like a team that's ranked in the top 20. And so that's the consistency. Can you be a top 10 defense every single night, no matter who you are playing? And they just haven't quite gotten there this year.
Big swings defensively for Minnesota. They give up a 3 to P.J. Washington. The lead is down to 2 points now. Edwards, the low gather, elevates. Had to go off the back rim. Jones running out. DiVincenzo got to the deck. But it rolls out of bounds harmlessly, but you can't knock the hustle of DiVincenzo right here.
It's the bad losses that you point to that make you skeptical. Not the 2 wins versus OKC, the 2 wins versus the Thunder. It's these losses that they've had to New Orleans. It's been a little frustrating.
Edwards got a hand up. It comes off. Forced the miss that time from Middleton. Bagley with another opportunity. Sprays it out. One more. Marshall drives it. Tried to hit Bagley out of bounds. It's off Gobert. We've seen Anthony Edwards, Richard, attempt to get into that low post area last couple of times. He scored a bucket. This time into the mid-range. Got it and one.
Those block areas. He's so strong. He's so athletic. There's not much you can do in those moments.
Katie has more.
Well, guys, Chris Finch said
deficit at 2. Edwards working against Marshall off the Gobert screen. Got a clean look. Out of bounds off. Washington. Sidestep 3. A little bit strong. Loose ball. Gobert has it. Here's McDaniels. Tipped out of bounds. That's going to be off of DiVincenzo now, albeit undermanned.
Well, that's one of the things we talked about it earlier on in the game. When we look at this team, they have played more clutch games than any other team in the league. Despite the injuries, despite the change of the rosters, the trades, they have been in so many games. And that is a compliment to Jason Kidd and his group. They are always playing with effort. But as much as I love what they're doing, I would be lying if I said
he's coming off the bench tonight. In 12 minutes has 10 points and a couple of dimes. Hey, Saturday before the Rockets and Knicks at 8:30. Jason Kidd and his travel basketball team, the women's travel basketball program. Jason Kidd Elite has so far sent 45 Division I players into college basketball. Had 2 McDonald's All-Americans recently, and big part of the women's basketball scene. Randall off the window.
Yeah, there was that conversation about Cooper Flagg and playing the point, and Jason Kidd had some very demonstrative things to say about people that were criticizing him. Let me say this. I have not met many basketball minds like Jason Kidd, and if kids are able to be taught by him or within his system, they should consider themselves lucky as Marvin Bagley gets the easy putback. This is a 3-point game.
Sure is. Edwards out top. Off the Randall screen. Open for 3. Rims out again. He's had some good looks. Now 3 of 9 from deep. Williams has the mismatch on McDaniels. Middleton drives it baseline. Tried to use that Nash dribble. Comes out the other side with 7 on the shot clock. Time to get to work. Middleton on the cross and spin. With the left. Everything but the bucket that time, Richard.
Yeah, you see his skill there. And again, that was, can Minnesota put together consecutive stops? Offensively, they've got all the tools.
Randall. Picked off by Martin. Edwards all over. Williams into the corner for 3. Boy, P.J. Washington had a great look. That would have tied it. Up and down they go. Naz Reid will handle his business. Jason Kidd calls timeout with 4:06 to go in the third.
Is one of the best in the business. He's got 18 points and 16 rebounds. That means he's getting some offensive rebounds, but he's also finishing their possession.
Bagley with a nice block comes out to Bones Highland. Around the Reid screen. Reid on the pick and pop. Lets it fly, and it's butter. Lead up to 11. Former 6th man of the year with a big shot there. Remember, Dallas closed to within 2 with 77-75 in the third. Thompson trying to keep them close right now. He knocks down his second 3-ball of the night. Here DeSumo around the Gobert screen out to Reid. Highland off the stagger. Reid just puts his head down, burrowing his way to the bucket, and got the fortuitous touch.
We talk a lot about the versatile big man. I think Naz Reid doesn't get enough credit for all the things that he does at his size. It is really special to watch, and it's one of the reasons why Minnesota is one of those teams that you can always count on because they have that depth, because they have that versatility.
There's Thompson. Tough contested jumper. Boy, he knocks it home. Klay Thompson starting to heat up a little bit. The lead down to 8.
Klay's been one of those forgotten things. He showed up to play next to Luka and to get wide open shots. And now he's in a transitional phase after leaving Golden State.
I have a feeling, Richard, anytime you can shoot the ball as well as he can, you can fit in somehow, some way, as Marshall draws the foul on Bagley. Tyus Jones making his homecoming tonight to Minneapolis. Shot clock at 1 for Bagley. Launches. Got it. They used up 23.7 seconds on the shot clock. And the lead is down to 5. Minnesota in a ball game. Dallas last led at 11-10 in the first quarter. Highland a little bit too strong. Got another chance. McDaniels with the step back 3. That rims out. They can get it down to 3 here. Marshall slips out against McDaniels. Little jump hook. That's his shot. And he knocks it home. We have a 3-point game.
We are 5 minutes away from another clutch time. Another clutch time for Dallas. They have an opportunity to tie this game here on this possession, but it's their clutch time games. That means that 5 minutes to go, the game was within 5. You look at the amount of games that they have played. 34, 2 Dallas saves. That's a compliment to Jason Kidd, the organization, because they have not been healthy. They have not had a full roster.
Gafford inside, couldn't convert. Here's Highland on the run out. Reed inside, great look to Gobert. And they stop the hemorrhaging temporarily. Under 9 minutes to go. Here's Jones. Jason Kidd makes the call. Run some angle pick and roll. Here's Washington. Tween, and the jump hook comes off to Gobert. Got hit in the face. That's a foul against Dallas. Line for Minnesota right now. Reed, part of that versatility, a little strong. Tyus Jones directing the offense. With his mother, Debbie, sitting courtside. Washington off the good feed, and he draws the foul. P.J. Washington will get 2.
He's got the strength to guard some bigs. He was a very, very valuable piece next to Luka, and then everything just kind of shifted.
On NBC and Peacock, it's Celtics-Lakers at 6:30. For more on these games, please go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. I can tell by the reaction, Richard, while I had my head down reading the card, that there were 2 missed free throws?
Yeah,
something free?
You said nuggets. Some cities have fries.
They got cookies in Sacramento, too. Don't forget them. Randall at the elbow. Drives it on Thompson. There's the mismatch. Got it back. Knocked away. Gafford. That's the right guy for the job, and Klay Thompson connects. And it's a 2-point contest. They have battled all the way back from down 18.
Remember what we said earlier, that's one player that you don't want to see going? Because he's a player that if he gets it going, there's not a defense that's created that can stop him.
Klay Thompson approaching flow state right now. DeSumo on the drive, inside to Randall, knocked away. And here come the Mavericks with a chance to tie or take the lead on a 3. Chris Middleton sizing up DeSumo. For the lead, Thompson. Another chance for Tyus Jones. On the drive, and we're tied at 103. Timeout. Edwards off the pin down, couldn't get a clean catch. 10 on the shot clock for Edwards. On the cross and Tween, step back 3, got it! Edwards with 29.
Dallas is not doing a good job of getting to his body in those spaces. When you look at their deficit last year, when they played against better teams, they would get to Anthony's body and make him play in the crowd. Right now, Dallas is letting him dance as Tyus Jones knocks down a little mid-range shot.
Lead back down to 1 as we approach the midway point here of the final 12 minutes. Highland pops clutch into the corner to Sumu for 3. And Dallas can take the lead. Jones into the front court. Jason Kidd makes the call. They clear out the side for Middleton. No double team coming. Thompson for the lead. And rebounded by Randall. He had a great look. Now 4 of 6 of late. Reed with a quick sit dribble, pulls up and knocks it home. Naz Reid, a local cult hero in Minneapolis, has 21. Washington crosses and spins. Inside, tipped it up, no good, got it back. 3 for a quarter, couldn't convert. And here's Reed again.
Now, to me, Minnesota, you got to keep moving the ball. This is the hero shot. These are the home run shots. Can you run an offense? Can you do something to get a good quality look?
And little machine gun dribble, pops clutch. Lefty, got it! A miraculous lefty lay. Came down and take it.
That you haven't seen many times. Steph in the Olympics. Kawhi there, when you're just dominating the best players in the world in a way we haven't seen very often.
He was cooking. Middleton on the wing against Dosunmu. Going to try and walk him down. Dosunmu stood him up pretty well. Sometimes with a prolific score, it doesn't matter. Middleton, another midi.
I think there's a couple more all-star games, but one thing that doesn't go away is that skill.
Randall sizing up Bagley. Reed around the Randall screen. Bagley switches out onto him. Reed a step back. And Dallas gets the stop. Dallas is in the top half of the league in defensive rating. On an empty corner two-man game with Middleton and Jones. Ball tipped into the backcourt. No violation, but they got to work quickly. 5 on the shot clock for Tyus Jones. At his own pace. DiVincenzo with the board. Edwards with an open look. Dallas still in it. One thing about Tyus Jones, historically one of the leaders in assist to turnover ratio. Got the ball to the correct guy.
Minnesota wants to chase him heavy and then funnel him down.
Middleton with the miss. And Minnesota going to call a timeout.
It's beautiful to watch, especially with Charles celebrating his 80th birthday.
Off the window to the wall. Edwards getting that jumper to fall with 3 minutes to go. He's got 33. DiVincenzo guarding Marshall. Snatched back and lost the handle, but a foul. No, a kick and roll call. Marshall to trigger. Edwards tried to come it off. Gafford. Good defense by Gobert to get the steal. Edwards leading the break. Time to work out for Ant-Man here. Piercing the paint and got the roll. 35 on the meter.
He's such an elite offensive player. And you can see just the additions to his game. P.J. Washington, a very good defender, but just not enough.
Whistle and a foul.
So I like forcing him to the defense.
Middleton knocks down the first free throw. Anthony Edwards and that bank shot goes in so often he used to.
That glass shot, and again, I like the skill, but people have to understand how hard Tim Duncan worked to get to his spot, to get to that position. It wasn't just the shot. He did a whole lot of work to get there before he ever took it.
Gobert almost threw it away. Reed kept it alive. Shot clock at 5 for McDaniels. With the mid-range. And Dallas still alive, down 6, under 2 minutes to go. Washington on the cross. Reed with the good defense. Thompson, one more. Middleton out top. Thompson fades away, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Pushed off.
Minnesota using the clock.
Edwards on the blow-by. Got to his kill spot. Edwards brimming with confidence, which is nothing new. Up to 37. He's had enough to feed the needy tonight. He scored 11 of the last 14. Marshall. We talked about Edwards' clutch time performance and efficiency increasing precipitously this year. The finishing touch, not quite. Out of bounds, it'll stay Timberwolves basket. Edwards flares to the corner. Releases another three. Hotter than fish grease. With them.
He is not cocky, ladies and gentlemen. He is convinced.
Gobert the trailer. And there's the exclamation point. So Minnesota, in what was a clutch time game a moment ago, increasing its lead now to 11 with 38.8 to play.
Yeah, market time of death, 9:05 Central Standard Time. Dallas loses a clutch game. I think for Minnesota, it puts them in a position like, hey, we handled our business against a lesser team. We did what we were supposed to do.
Edwards sees two now. Gobert for three. Off the window.
I might have got up and hit that.
Even Edwards had to laugh at that. Marshall for three. And that'll do it. This one is cooked, glazed,